All right, we're live and we are experiencing technical difficulties. So, yay us. As a matter of fact, why isn't StreamYard comments? I'm not even seeing comments on StreamYard. That's weird. So we are trying to figure stuff out. We have count them, 4 different internet sources in the RV, and they've been working pretty good until about an hour ago, and none of them work. None. My brand new cell phone I just got yesterday decided to not work. Yeah, that's fine. So we are on plan B, guys. So still not figuring out why we got some, and I'm on a crappy camera, so give me just a second and maybe we can get on a good camera here. You're gonna need to pull up the comments on your phone because they're not even popping up on StreamYard. It's just crazy. So how's everybody been doing? How you doing? See if I can get the good camera working here in just a second. I guess this is what happens when you don't go live as frequently anymore. You got the bugs. We're getting buggy. Like, can everybody hear us okay and see us okay? Can I get a comm and video check, please? While we're trying to figure all this stuff out. It's like my phone doesn't want to work anymore. This is absolutely ridiculous.
It's because it's not an Apple.
I'm really not in the mood.
Sorry. You're good. Them blue lanes look okay, sound good.
All right, we're going to try to bring up the other camera.
Little pixely, but we can hear you good.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so how about we say hello to people?
All right, hang on a second. Hey, look, it's me. We're getting there. Why don't you say hello while I fix the camera angle, Shelly?
Okay.
Well.
Okay, so all right, so Nurse No Travel Bug, Full-Time Dream, New Vision Security Services, Foreverland RV, Full-Time Dream. Let's see. So Linda R, hello. And the Blue Lane, RV Life is in here. And Mr. RV Crafter, hello. How are you? Weird Wags, hi guys. Over the Hill RV. See, trying to catch up. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Hi Sue. So sorry we were missing you in the land when we were there the other day.
DeLand.
Yep. And Linda Barker's in here too. Hello, everybody. Trying to catch up after being gone for a while.
What a hot mess. Okay. Ooh. So anyway.
But we're only 4 minutes in, so it's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. So to give you the whole rundown on this technical debacle, we had let's see. Like I said, we have 4 internet sources. That includes the hotspots on our phone, and the campground Wi-Fi, which I paid for. Paid for.
To make sure that things would work.
And everything's worked fine. We've been here 4 days.
Hello,
3 days.
following the Yellow Brick Road.
3 days. We've been here 3 days. Everything's worked fine. I hadn't had really any internet problems at all.
Yep.
And then, like I said, about an hour before we are going live, we got problems. And it's problems upon problems upon problems. None of these sources of internet worked well enough to do a live stream. So we jump in the car and remember, oh, we don't have any gas in the car either. And we only have we have Verizon and AT&T, both. We have both Verizon based and AT&T based solutions for internet. Crappy signals at the campground for both, and so we had to get away from the campground, which is weird because we're only like a couple of miles off 95. So it's weird that we don't have good signal for both.
1 second. Following the Yellow Brick Road, we'll be praying for your son. Sorry you had to return home.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Okay, go ahead. Hey, Brazen Brits.
So we jump in the car, go to get gas, which was another debacle. Would you like to explain why gas was a debacle?
Okay, well, it's going to go along with some of my talk tonight, but I got out of the car and a frog jumped at me, and
it was at least this big.
It was.
So it nearly killed her. So yeah,
the only reptiles I like is Scout. I don't like these other things.
What do you think, Talon? Talon's just chilling in the back.
Agreement.
So it's been an adventurous hour, 45 minutes, for sure. But we got everything going. And again, I had to get a new phone yesterday because my phone that I had for 26 months, and I can tell you it's 26 months because I had to pay monthly on it for 2 years, and I paid it off 2 months ago. So it worked for 2 months after it was paid off. And then the GPS and Bluetooth stopped working on it. So I got this brand new Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. And actually that's what you're watching us on right now. That's what we're using as a webcam. And driving here, I got everything set up on the phone on StreamYard. We just had crappy signal, so I was waiting to get a good signal. Then all of a sudden, the internet wouldn't work at all on the phone, at all. And I rebooted the phone; it still wouldn't work. So it doesn't work right now. We have it connected to Wi-Fi. That's why we're in the car. We have Wi-Fi in the car. Hey, you know what? We also have in the car.
Oh,
it's not a bazillion degrees here in Florida, so we can get a light on the subject. So that's what's going on with us in the last 45 minutes. So it's been a crazy time, but so let's jump right into what's going on with us. Or what you got your list up?
I got my list.
You got a list.
Yeah, I put like full-time living first because it's a little bit more challenging than when you are not full-time living.
Okay, we have actually agreed on a date on when we started full-time, because if you remember, we kind of had this argument. My date was June the 6th because that's when the air conditioner broke in our house and we moved in the RV and we never moved back in the house. So that was the date I was using. Shelly wanted to use the 28th of July, which is actually the date we closed on the house. At least initially.
Sure, it said when the house is gone, right. That's when it is.
But we compromised on July the 7th, which was the day we left to go to Texas to visit our daughter and son-in-law. And the reason we picked that date is because, well, the RV never went back home never went back to North Carolina until after we had sold the home.
True.
So our official, what we're claiming is our official full-time date now is June the 7th. I mean, yeah, July the 7th. So we've been a little over 2 months on the road. Technically,
you have to have a date that you started. It has to. Can't next year go, well, he says it's this day.
And honestly, the other reason why we picked that date is because it is Dustin's birthday, and he needed something to celebrate.
So anyway, we want to talk a little bit about our full-time living. Like, it's more challenging because I think when you have a place that you go home to and you know you're only out on the road for X amount of time, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever, you still have that, or just ever. So if you have a place that you're going back to, you kind of, all the like mild annoyances are just mild, right? You're like, oh, it's no big deal because when I get home, it'll be like this. Well, when it becomes your home, then all those annoyances become a little bit greater. And for me, we've had some motion with the RV.
A little motion in the RV, huh?
I was trying to phrase that very carefully, but it moves. I mean, it moves even when you.
It's not a solid platform when you're just walking around, especially if you're parked in like dirt, which we have been a lot.
And I do at times have vertigo issues, so that's been a little bit of a challenge. And my other challenge has been bugs. So let me just tell you what's happened. First of all, there was a roach. We had a roach that went across when we were in Texas.
I mean, you ain't lying. It was a Texas roach.
Texas roaches are huge.
Huge.
Okay, got that, and I'm thinking, okay, great. Now I'm gonna have this roach crawling over at me at night, right? The next thing that happened was I got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and there was a spider in the shower. And I'm not just talking a little spider, okay? It was like the size, let's see if I do it, my palm.
It was a good sized spider.
It was a huge spider.
Each leg was like that long.
And this is not like, it's dark everywhere.
I gotta interrupt you for a second. Charlie and Ginger, welcome to the United States, and thanks for coming to our live stream.
Yay!
They live in a hotel now.
Oh, okay.
That's their full-time plan as a hotel, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then after that big, huge spider, we had 2 little spiders, but not just. I mean, I told Michael to get the spider,
yeah,
and he let it go. Didn't know what happened.
Just let it go.
We did find it, got it, but then one. I don't know where it parachuted off from, but somewhere it did, swung into my face while I was putting my makeup on, and then dropped into the sink. I was not a happy camper. And he was on a call, so I couldn't even scream or do anything. Not. And then there are the mosquitoes.
So we're gonna been dealing with a lot of bugs. We didn't tell everybody. If you don't know, we're in Florida right now.
Yep.
And since we left, let's do a quick travel recap. I mean, real quick.
Well,
You've hopefully watched the video. Though we've been talking about bugs for 10 minutes. Okay. So on July the 7th. No, well, you keep putting the list down, so I can't read. Okay.
Electronic devices,
yeah,
and ways of keeping track of what we're supposed to be talking about.
All right, so that's cool. A lot of that stuff here is stuff in videos we don't want to give away. So it's been a crazy day. The last hour just made it worse. We've actually been out following the Yellow Brick Road. If you're near Jacksonville, I would love to meet you guys. We are in Flagler Beach, but we're leaving tomorrow to go farther south. I wish we would have known that last week. Yeah, because we were in St. Mary's, Georgia last week and actually drove down to the Jacksonville area a couple of times.
Yep.
So we will have to catch you on another trip because we will definitely be back. We'll be back. screen just blacked out, and the last thing I want to do is something weird. So
now we have all the bugs out of the way.
So, well, we've got the literal bugs out of the way. We're still dealing with technical bugs, obviously.
Mosquitoes. Within an hour, I had 6 mosquito bites this morning. I hadn't even got out of the RV yet. And for them. It's true. He sits there and goes, I don't know how you get those mosquito bites. I literally got up this morning and walked through the RV, and I had 6 of them. I don't know. I think he lets them in when he lets Talon out. Anyway.
So what's next on this list that I couldn't read?
Well, we want to go back because the last time that we went live, we were with the Wags, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
And we had a very fun time with them. So we can talk about it. Because
everybody saw the video already.
Everybody saw the video, so y'all saw it. We had a good time.
And you've got to watch both. You've got to watch the Wags video. But you got to watch them anyway. I mean, regardless. But in this case, he's got some stuff in his video that we don't have, and vice versa. So you got to watch both videos so you get a sense of everything we did. I can't even say it. So, but it was a blast hanging out with them, despite the constant rain. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired of rain.
Still dealing with rain.
Yeah, we're still dealing with it. So the only thing that could have made that trip better is if we'd have made a different restaurant choice that one night. That was my bad. Going to a restaurant that I had gone to since I was a small child, thinking it would still be good, and I was wrong. But we did have a real good time.
But just to let you know, here in Flagler Beach had almost the same thing happen to me here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, it kind of was the same thing.
It really was.
Yeah, it was not good. Anyway, so then after that, we had to go back to Fayetteville because somebody needed to visit the doctor.
Old man has doctor's appointments.
And we thought we were here. So
well, the Wags followed us to Fayetteville first of all. I mean, we can't get rid of them. I mean, seriously, groupies. I mean, but
it was fun.
But we were only there for a few days.
Yeah.
In the tallest grass I've been in a long time. The grass in the campground we were at was knee high. We didn't do a campground review because we'd already done one there in the past. The only video of it is the air compressor video because we shot it there. The grass was literally knee high. It was ridiculous.
You look great on my phone, but pixelated on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So
then we
road tripping with the tracks.
Hello.
Or TACA, excuse me. I need new glasses. That was one of my appointments. I got a new. I got a new. Escapees has. We just haven't gotten them.
Let's say he can't see, he can't hear, can't think. He relies solely on me for everything.
And my thyroid doesn't work either.
His thyroid doesn't work.
And my knee needs to be replaced. Other than that, I'm good.
Oh man. So we thought we were gonna get away and get to South Carolina.
And we did get to South Carolina. But then I had to go back to Fayetteville for more doctor's appointments.
Yeah. Come back in. So that was a funny story all in itself, but
for another time.
So anyway, finally got there. Sort of, but that'll come later in the story. Mm-hmm. And then we hit South Carolina was fun because I love South Carolina. I don't know about anybody else, but Spanish moss trees are like my favorite. So I don't care if it's Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, wherever. I love the Spanish moss trees.
Come here. Come here. Come on. People want to see Talon. There's Talon. Come here, baby. Nope. That's it. That's all you get. She's not a camera person.
No, if we tell her the camera's on, she will go any which way. In fact, I tried to take several pictures of her at some of the places that we've been, and I have like 25 pictures, and I can use like one or two.
It's a no-go. She's sitting there pouting and burping, apparently. So, maybe she's a good girl.
She might get up in just a minute.
Yeah, tell this dog tired.
She's been on the go. We've actually, there've been several parks. We've been very fortunate that there've been several parks where we can just let her get her zoomies out and run and go. And so that's been a lot of fun, including the dog park that we didn't know wasn't gated on the other side. Like, you let her go.
And there's drone footage and video footage of that. So that's all we're going to say about that.
I mean, we'll just say it wasn't gated on the other side, and it was quite a fiasco. So that was fun in South Carolina, though.
Yeah. And we got to meet up with Blaine.
Yep.
From Riley Creative Travel, and for those of you who don't know, go check out Riley Creative Travel. He's part of the travel cruising community, Disney community. He's a really nice guy. We had a good time hanging out with him, going to church with him.
Yep.
And we spent a few hours at lunch with him at a really good restaurant. And
so we went to church with him, and I'll just tell you a story. We were sitting in this pew, and during the message, the pastor was talking, I don't know, not specifically, but he mentioned that we were sitting in so-and-so seat that wasn't there normally. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He said, Blaine, you're going to have to tell your friends you're sitting in so-and-so seat.
Yep, exactly. So that was our South Carolina trip. Then we spent a couple of weeks down in Georgia.
And I was just grateful to get out of North Carolina, South Carolina, finally into Georgia.
Yeah, our video escapades, at least partial escapades of our South Carolina trip, will be coming out on Thursday. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for that. And we just dropped a campground review of the Thousand Trails campground that we stayed at, the Oaks at Point South, as well as the Beaufort Marine Corps Recruit Depot fam camp. That just came out a few hours ago.
Super glue, Gorilla Tape, bottle of wine, and a pan of special brownies, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep. So that's had a great time in Georgia. We were only there a week. It feels like we were there for a month. We did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of driving that we didn't need to necessarily do.
We found a campground with free washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Military campground, but free washers and dryers. And then I got into like a couple conversations while you're doing that. Things are different. There's all kinds of games and activities and the potlucks and all kinds of stuff at that campground. So
Your RV adventure. Hello, my friend.
Oh,
yeah. And Chasing America, I don't think we said them. So,
hello.
So hello.
Glad you could come by.
Yep. And I can't wait for the Georgia video to come out. Unfortunately, I did some stuff in Georgia that you didn't do. I did in Savannah that I wasn't able to get video of. However, I did take a few pictures, and if you follow our Instagram and Facebook, you saw some of those pictures. And well, in our Georgia video, we'll talk a little bit more about what what's behind those pictures.
Hey, Cindy Wheeling.
And if you're not following us on Instagram and Facebook, why not? Come on, help us out.
You should go check it out.
You'll get more.
I like my pictures on Instagram.
You'll get more real-time updates on our other social media platforms. If you really want to know what's going on, see some of the bloopers, more of the diva back here. That's our that's all on our Patreon page. We have many different levels, and some of them they're all cheap, and the money goes to help support veterans charities. and link to all of our social media, Patreon, all that good stuff is in the description below of this and every other video we put out. So,
hey, Fort Bend, aka Kenneth Oaks, how are you?
Hey, Kenneth.
Okay, no, it's,
yeah. So
I need glasses.
Yeah. So it's been a little over 2 months, 2.5 months, or 2 months and a week, however you want to look at it. I'm still alive. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I'm still alive. And I haven't regretted selling the house yet, have you?
No. Not yet. I'm just, buying more perfume and things like that, like off repel cutter. That's about it. Just, I like Amazon. They
So
deliver a lot of stuff to me.
we did catch ourselves, and we're still catching ourselves in vacation mode. A lot. And
You like to get out and go.
I'm recognizing it. Well, I didn't want to go anywhere today, but what happened? I'm recognizing it. We are getting much better about it, about creating plans. We have friends who are teaching us, mentoring us.
Hey, artists on the road.
To not be so crazy, because I'm not retired. I still work full time, and Shelly has a part-time job, so we still have to work. So instead of killing ourselves trying to go sightsee everywhere and work, we need to be more. We need to do a better job of planning, which is not our strong suit because we don't like to plan. I mean, I'm a great planner. I'm a project manager, for goodness sakes. But when it comes to doing stuff, we like to do stuff on spur of the moment.
We do.
And you can see that in a lot of our videos. But we have to plan because there's only so many hours in a day, and we want to make the most of them. And we don't want to drive an hour 2 or 3 times a week to the same location because we didn't do something. The other thing is I need to get better at making sure my camera is actually recording video. If you watched our video from last week, hey Jerry, if you watch and Van Vita Travels, if you watch our video from last week, and I hope you did, where we were with Dustin and Leslie from the Wayward Wags, and basically where I grew up in Eastern North Carolina, there's a piece of footage in there shot by Dustin because I didn't have the camera. I didn't hit the record button. I did hit the record button, but what happens when you turn the camera on? You got to wait for it to finish booting up before you hit the record button, or nothing happens. I was turning it on, hitting the record button, and just doing this and filming away. And so I had nothing. And the thing I missed was a piece I was looking forward to the most to see, which was that Vietnam Wall interpretation, because it's absolutely stunning. And Dustin, being a great guy he is, he sent me some of the footage he shot, and that's what I put in my video, and of course gave him full credit for that. And you gotta check that out. And there was a couple other shots that I screwed up too. I'm not going to talk about those specifically.
Hey, RV Weekends. Michael, I just took an entire 15-minute video and I never switched to video mode. I've been there.
Okay, we just shot a campground review today in slow motion. The whole video. Us talking. The whole video, slow motion.
Y'all want to see that, right?
Oh, that'll be part of it in the video for sure. There's no doubt.
We are definitely learning our technique.
Okay, Steve wants to know what we're using for mail service while on the road. We're using Escapees. We've been Escapees members actually for about 2 years, over 2 years actually.
Yeah, that was a question actually. I think that New Horizons.
Oh, see, Steve's great at that. He's the man.
I did see it.
We've been using Escapees for a couple of years. We had some issues lately with Escapees, but it really wasn't Escapees' fault. The issues was what? Yeah, when Escapees keeps all your mail, you mail to them, and then they send it to wherever you tell them to, whenever you tell them to. So what I was doing was saying, okay, send us to whatever address, and then you had multiple options to pick on how to send it. The post office, overnight FedEx, overnight UPS, 2-day, 3-day, ground, all that stuff. So I would just pick, post office. Well, post office was slow. I mean, it would take it took over 10 days for a package to get from Richardson, Texas to Eastern North Carolina. And when I say package, yeah, because that's where all the mail comes from. It was a small envelope about that big. So it really wasn't a package. It was just a small envelope. And it took 10 days. And we actually had one package sent to us of mail while we still owned our home. And it never arrived by the time we closed on the home and started forwarding our email. So it went from Texas on the back of a turtle to Fayetteville, North Carolina, hit the post office there finally, and then they bounced it back because our forwarding address was where it just came from. So then it went right back to Texas, and we had to be sent to us again. So I think I paid $1 million to get a couple of pieces of mail, is what it works out to. But now we realize, and I'm going to tell you right now, hey Bob, thanks to RVDM, because we were watching a video of them going out and getting their mail and doing some shopping, and they had their mail FedEx. I'm like, oh, because they're Escapees members too. And I was like, oh, you can do that? And I was like, I'll call Escapees tomorrow and check them out. But before I called them, I went to the website to look about sending, about how, and that's where I found out, oh, you can just check FedEx. Yep. So long story short, we use Escapees and we're happy with it, because as long as you don't use the post office, the stuff gets delivered when it's supposed to. And the nice thing about sending it UPS or FedEx is you can just send it to like a local store and a local pickup place. You can do the same thing with post office doing general delivery, but the couple times we've done that, they've been kind of a hassle. So,
RV Weekends wants to know if we'll be in Florida. We are in Florida.
We're in Florida right now. I sent you an email actually a week or so ago. Yeah, I sent you an email because it was on some live stream. You were talking about wanting to try to meet up with us. So I sent you an email with my phone number. If you didn't get it, send us an email, ourepicrvadventure@gmail.com, and we'll make a connection. We are
and the WAGs will be in Florida in October, right, and wintering here. So
yeah, we'll be wintering here as well. But we are leaving Florida. Well, we're going to go to Central Florida for a couple of weeks.
Hey, Bill Gorman.
And then we're going to go to.
Hey, honey.
And then I have to go to Mississippi for work and doctor's appointments. And so we'll probably spend most of October in Mississippi. And then.
Well, which leads us to say that we will not be able to make the Mayberry meetup.
Right. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to be in Mayberry. And we figured it out. I mean, we tried to figure it out. And there's just, the only way to do it would be just to run to Mayberry real quick and then run back to Mississippi, and that just doesn't make any sense. It would cost a lot of money. So unfortunately, because there was a lot of people there, we wanted to either see again or meet for the first time.
Right.
And
they've decided that after 20-something years, they want him to have another MRI because he should be following up on that he had before. And I just think it's kind of funny that 21 years later, after 21 years, we need to
studio lights.
Do it again.
Yeah.
So we have to get some medical things taken care of and make sure that everything is good to go.
So we actually have not canceled the reservation yet because we keep forgetting. But
True.
we're going to cancel the reservation hopefully tomorrow, and because we got a list of things we need to do.
We're in like the premium slots. Premium slot's not a premium slot, but like for where everybody wanted to be originally, like in that first loop or whatever. Yeah, my understanding is that it has grown so big that there's like
taking over the campground.
Yeah, they're taking over the campground. That there's like a lot.
Jerry had to cancel too.
Oh. So anyway, I just want to say that if somebody doesn't have a slot and they wanted one, that
Steve canceled too. Wow. Okay.
Oh man, bummer. Yeah.
So hopefully we'll meet you guys on the road.
10 months out or something. I think we started planning this in like December, and so the hope was.
No, it was like February.
Was it February?
It was after Tampa.
Oh, okay, after Tampa. Okay. Anyway, I mean, that's the one thing about RV life. You have to plan ahead, but also you have to be flexible enough to know that sometimes you're not going to be able to make it, I guess.
Dreaming Out Loud RV. Send us an email if you still want to go to Mayberry. Shoot us an email, ourepicrvadventure@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can see if we can just do a swap. Like you can take over our spot if you want.
Oh, Jerry Haley said Aaron Jemison took his spot, so maybe so. I don't know how it works, but
we will be at the Tampa RV show as long as the Tampa RV show is not canceled. And as things are going right now in Florida, I would say that it's not going to be canceled. They just this week allowed bars to open up to 50% capacity. So we're heading in the opening stuff up, and a lot of places around here we've been, they don't even have signs up to have a mask on to go in stores, and we've seen some employees in stores not wearing masks. So we're not going to get into any of should you be wearing a mask, not wearing a mask stuff. We can have private conversations about that, and I'll share my opinion. But we, for the sake here, this is what's happening in Florida. We're just reporting facts. We're not reporting opinions.
Yeah.
We're not CNN. We don't report opinions. We report facts.
I will report another fact. If you are not a Trump fan, do not come to Flagler Beach, because there's Trump flags everywhere. Everywhere you look, every house just about. And we're not talking one, we're talking a lot. So it's kind of interesting. They like their Trump here.
A few weeks ago, we were in Tamaka State Park. We were there yesterday.
Yeah.
That's weekend RV.
Okay. Anyone heading south on 95 going through the Richmond? Yes. Yeah, they're in Richmond, and that's a great area too. So if you haven't been there, you need to go visit that area. It's pretty cool.
Hey, the mayor of YouTube. The area daydreaming about nice things. And I heard he has a special guest.
Hello.
Hey guys.
He has a special guest.
He has a big guest.
Ooh. I like Robert.
Traveler Robert.
Oh,
he's cool.
Man, he can sing.
All right. Yeah, yes, he can. So, that's kind of our high level plans. We're going to be here in the Tampa area. We're going to be in the Tampa area.
That's correct.
For the entire month of January. And so we'll be at the Tampa RV show. So if you're planning on being in that area, the RV show, and you want to meet up, let us know.
We love meeting up with people.
Absolutely. It has been really fun. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of we're gonna keep a list of everybody we meet along the road for sure. Yes, we have very special stickers. Holographic. We're actually ordering more of those today. We need to order those today because those holographic stickers from Sticker Mule are usually $80 for 50. Yeah. Ooh. But I got a coupon today. $19 for 50. So save $60. It got dark, didn't it?
It did.
And so sorry about that. And so that's our short-term and medium-term plans. We may end up in Texas for Christmas. We have no idea at this point. We're kind of
open. What days will we be at the Tampa show? No idea as of yet.
We're gonna be in the Tampa area the entire month. So we're gonna be at the show most days, and it really depends on who's gonna be there.
True.
I mean, from the YouTube community, because we're not RV shopping, right? We're not RV shopping.
No, that's
we have some
2021s or
we have some neighbors at the campground we're going to be staying at that I think are RV shopping, but we're not RV shopping. We went RV shopping when we were in Red Bay, Alabama.
We did.
And for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
And we're like, nope, we're good with what we got.
Yep.
And so I am happy about that because that saved us a lot of money. And
I think you can always look at stuff and be like, I want this or that or whatever. So, I mean, I think there's always, every unit that's out there has likes and dislikes in it for everybody, I'm sure. I don't know anybody, and maybe you guys can tell me I'm wrong, but I haven't met anybody who didn't say, I would like to change this or it would be nice to have that on it, And I like it that it's in this unit. And so.
Yep. Yeah. So I can't put anybody's comment. I can't put anybody's comments up on the screen because nobody's comments are showing up in on StreamYard, but I can still do the banners and other stuff, which is weird.
Justin said they're not RV shopping.
Yeah.
They want to make sure everybody knows they are not RV shopping.
And I got some great exciting news too.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, as you, for those of you who saw our video that we came out earlier this afternoon, you saw some drone footage. And I have flown the drone now since the epic crash, where I was almost lost a finger, and that was in June. Since that epic crash, I think I'm at a dozen flights.
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what.
But I did run into a tree today, and I came that close to running. I mean, I ran into some tree leaves on the tree, and I also came this close to actually running into the trunk of a tree today. But we're all good.
Footage,
and we got some awesome footage.
Amazing. So you guys have got to stay tuned. The next few weeks, the videos that'll be dropping are just going to have premium drone footage.
Yeah, and if the wind will die down a little bit here, I'm going to get some ocean side drone footage.
Germany with Darren, is it?
Hey, Darren. And that's somebody else hopefully we're going to meet up with.
Yep.
Was curious about what prescription service you use. Honestly, we don't use one. Being in the military, we just go to the nearest base and they transfer my prescriptions over and get it filled there. And I'm the only one who has recurring prescriptions at this point. I know a lot of folks, they just stick with major nationwide programs like CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, those pharmacies, because if you're using one of those pharmacies, you can go to any one of those pharmacies anywhere in the country and they can transfer your prescription over.
And we have done that in the past. I've had been on medication where I needed it and been on vacation or something and needed it right away because I forgot it or whatever. And CVS and Walgreens were
Mr. Roboto! Hey! K&R finally showed up. I don't even want to give them a big shout out now because they weren't here.
No, we're so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Friends, right? And there's Blaine. He's come in too. So awesome. Everybody's been able to kind of catch up with them too.
So we kind of got it's like we're getting ready to tell scary stories right now with the lighting we got going on.
The campfire.
Now we're going to Disney next week. So when I say we're going to Central Florida, we're going to Disney. Now we're not staying on property this time because we got our 1,000 Trails membership that we're making the most of.
A little bit. There's a lot of rules. We won't get into that, but there's a lot of rules right now.
Yeah, the last I heard, you have to wear a mask whenever you're not inside of your RV. That's
I think it's on your site. Not on your site. Okay. So even riding around a golf cart, whatever. So we're just that's not really for us right now. So I'm gonna stay there.
Hey, Blaine showed up. Riley Creative Travels. We already talked about you, my friend. Oh, sorry.
Did you miss it?
I did. I missed it.
next week. See, can't hear, can't
I
see.
got a brain injury. 2 technically. So I got 2 excuses.
Oh, Blaine knows somebody else is gonna see Mickey next week. Huh. Wonder who that would be.
Yeah, and I need to talk to you, Blaine, because I think unless I misunderstood something or read something into something, never mind.
That's right.
I'll call you later. I'll call you later, Blaine, and you just leave it like that. So not today because I know you got a live stream and stuff, but I'll call you later.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we do want to go to Disney. We've heard that.
We are live streaming from Disney.
Really low.
Hopefully easier than this.
I don't think you should promise anything. You just never know. You never know. And but we're gonna try to live stream from Disney because it's really cool when you can do that. And we've heard that there's like nobody there.
Danny, Griswold Family Vacay. Hey guys. Yep.
Awesome.
So
that'll be fun to see how things are different there, and it really is low crowds if we can really get right on rides, and how hot it is wearing a mask all the time.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and so when we do live stream, it'll be during the day because the parks aren't staying open that late.
No.
So, but I got to ride Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios because hey James, my friend.
James is a lifesaver.
Yeah, because James helped me out with telling AM from PM. Apparently, I can't do that.
So, Susan just ordered more stickers with Sticker Meal special deal. Yeah, we like Sticker Meal.
Darren, no, we're not. We're in Flagler Beach, Florida, and we're going to be in the Orlando area tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow. Our travel day, we decided our travel day is going to be Wednesday because that works best for my work schedule and traffic schedule. So we're going to try to move on Wednesdays.
Remember, Mr. Robato's going there to Fort Wilderness in April.
Yes, I know.
And we didn't say we weren't going to be there.
Yeah, we honestly don't have any plans between the end of January and the last week of June. We somewhere between that time period, we have to get from Tampa to Montgomery, Alabama, because I have a ceremony to go to there. So we have a few months to go a few hundred miles. So who knows what we're going to do. I'm pretty certain we're probably going to go hang out at a Harvest Host, and so Shelly can milk some goats again.
Probably.
For a couple of days at least.
But I will say that I do want to get out of the south and the east, and I need to go west.
Yep.
I don't want to keep going to these states I've been to.
Yep, Darren, Maxwell Air Force Base. And Bill, what app do you use to find overnight parking? We don't use an app. If we're looking for overnight parking, we go with kind of the standards, truck stops, Walmarts, and Cracker Barrels, and Cabela's / Bass Pro Shops. That's what we use. Now, when we get to where we think we want to stop and stay, Shelly will call ahead to make sure that, usually call ahead, to make sure that it's okay that, that they allow overnight parking and that kind of stuff.
One time it was too late to call.
Yeah, one time it was too late to call. So
and you weren't allowed to overnight park.
Yeah, we saw the no overnight parking sign when we left the next morning.
True story.
Yeah.
Spending their winter in Arizona area. See, yeah, I would like to do that, but it'd be crazy to go all the way to Arizona.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a text, man.
But, yeah, and Mr. Roboto said meet up at the house.
Absolutely. I mean, Mr. Robato's been with us basically from the beginning.
I know.
Him and Steve, for Venture RV Adventure, they're two of our longest time friends. And
been perfect.
Not that long. No.
Oh.
He's a good guy and all, but any plans to go to the Space Center Cocoa Beach? We honestly have no plans. We have 3 days of plans for the 2 weeks we're going to be in the Orlando area right now. We may head down there because we haven't been down there in a long time, but it just depends. We'll see. If nothing else, maybe we can go somewhere in the middle. Because I think that's only like an hour away, maybe a little bit longer, an hour away, because we're not in Kissimmee. We're in the Orlando area. I had to look at the Google. The Google will tell us. The Google knows all. All hail Google. With this kind of lighting, that's really creepy to say that. So, oh, I got a thumbs down on this live stream. Sweet. Thank you for whoever gave us the thumbs down. Appreciate that. Yep. What's next on the list? You got the list.
The list. You ran through it
Oh,
because because odd.
Yeah. So some of the things we're gonna get taken care of while we're in Florida, as we are Florida residents. And Escapees members. One of the cool things that Escapees has at two of their campground locations is they have 4-corner scales, which means you can weigh each corner of your RV individually. Excuse me. Now that's important to make sure two things. Number one, make sure that your RV is underweight. Because if it is not underweight, then that means it's overweight, and that's dangerous and illegal.
Not underweight, not underwear,
right.
Underweight.
So the 4 corners comes in to help you make sure that that weight is evenly distributed. Because if you have, if your max capacity is 20,000 pounds and you're at 20,000 pounds, but 18 of it's on the left side or the left rear corner, that's bad. So you want to keep it all evenly distributed. So we're going to go to Bushnell on the Gulf Coast side and get 4-corner scale weigh. Obviously, do a video on that. Make sure our everything in our RV is properly balanced as we head out to go to Mississippi. We might run into some folks in the South Alabama area on our way to Mississippi, hopefully.
Southern.
Alabama.
Daydream About Nice Things got 3 thumbs down on his. He was pretty happy about that.
I don't think we've ever gotten more than 2 on anything, but I don't know because I don't pay attention to it. I really don't. I pay attention to comments because I appreciate people interacting.
Underweight, underwear, way too similar. So true. See?
It can be.
Hi.
Mr. Bada says you're gonna put Parasol and Fam Camp on the list. Look like a decent, affordable base to explore an area.
It really was.
It really was. There's
small.
a lot to do in the area. There's a cool museum on Paris Island. It's part marine museum and part local area museum. That's going to be on an upcoming video. You'll see that. So, but we had a great time in the Beaufort area. We were there back in January on our way to Tampa as YouTube newbies.
Okay, so
we've been YouTubing for about 4 or 5 weeks.
So if you saw our video, like Leslie said, Beaufort, we all said Beaufort. We're in Beaufort because Beaufort's North Carolina, Beaufort is South Carolina. However, I will say that we can't seem to pronounce some of the places we've been either.
True. I'm crappy at it. Susan wants to know: are you planning on doing any boondocking in the future? No, no, we're really not. Because we have a residential refrigerator, and everything else, and the 2 air conditioners, that's going to take a lot of batteries and a lot of solar panels to run some of that for some amount of time. And, you're talking thousands of dollars to make that happen. For us, it's just makes more sense just to go pay somebody some money so you can plug into electric and water and stuff. And it's just a preference. I mean, people, not to say we may not boondock here and there, but we're not going to do anything extended for sure.
That's true.
Because you can get out in some of that BLM land out west and see some awesome sites.
That is part of the benefit of having solar and batteries and things like that. But there is a cost involved in that. And I don't know that the cost and us wanting to do that would be enough to balance each other out.
Yeah.
We'd have to really have a good conversation with people who do solar, things like that, if that was something that we really wanted to
Yeah, if we
Or
were
seedless,
going to be
like
out
how it is.
west more, it probably makes sense. If we're still going out, we're planning on going out west at some point. I'm just not sure where that point is, and that point keeps changing.
Right. Oh yeah, Crucible at Paris Island. That's yeah. They you can see the recruits all over. It's just really kind of interesting because it was very quiet both days that we were um on there, but we could still see the recruits, like, you know, in a couple different places. And what we thought was funny, because we did see a group that were getting pictures. They had a um was it a monument statue, something like that, that was near um and it looked like near their parade field or whatever, where they have everybody come and graduate. And so we just thought it was funny. We're like, oh, it's picture time. They're all over there getting their pictures taken.
So, yeah, John, we keep changing it because, well, we were planning on heading. I think I already told you this, John, but I'll tell everybody. We were planning on heading out west in the June timeframe and spend a few months out there. But then I remembered that I already have a commitment in the last week of June in Montgomery, Alabama, for the 25th anniversary of the Kobar Towers terrorist attack and unveiling of the monument there. So I can't go until after that. So we are going to, as our plans are right now, we are going to be heading Colorado way, Colorado, Wyoming, Nevada, that direction ish. After that, I mean, we're going to leave right after that and start heading that way. So, but that's what we got going on.
We will not be staying at McDill during the Tampa RV show. We did that last year, and it was a challenge, and they've actually cut it even more this year.
Yeah, I have heard, again, unconfirmed rumors, that MacDill Air Force Base actually canceled half of the reservations for people because they're only going to allow the campground to be at 50% capacity, which that's over 100 people. So I think they got over 200 sites, and they're packed in the wintertime, just like everything else is in Florida. So they're packed, and they have cut everybody in half. So everybody's scrambling. We actually boondocked at MacDill last year with Ricky and Barbara from RV Underway till they abandoned us and went and boondocked somewhere else.
They went to the actual show.
Yeah.
In the parking lot there. Wayne Riggs had some, yes, KNR, Kansas. Yep. Some train posts have limited access right now, is what Dustin said. They tried to go to Fort Jackson, and they would not let retirees on post on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, Bragg was like that too for a while.
They let recruits out to the PX, so interesting.
Yeah, Darian, the campground MacDill is one of our favorite fam camps.
It really is, because they have the beach right there. So cool.
I was going to hack the Tesla website to get your mainframe and programming rig to come to Kansas.
That would be awesome.
Well, our original plan was we had
an original plan.
We did have Kansas, St. Louis area, etc., on our list because we were going to Route 66 it from Chicago all the way down to Texas, at least, maybe a little bit into New Mexico, Arizona. But the way things are now, with everything being closed, COVID crazy stuff, there's really no point in spending all that time and money to go there and see stuff that's closed. We ran into that when we were back in my stomping grounds in the video from last week you saw, and I think Dustin mentioned it in his video. I think we did too. A lot of stuff we wanted to do was closed. So, I mean, there was a lot of stuff we could have done last year.
Yeah.
Or 6 months ago.
Yeah. And truthfully, we wanted, we weren't sure really with medical appointments and stuff to leave the area. And just like what happened, we left, went to South Carolina, and we were 4 hours away, and they said, hey, you got to come back and have these things done. And so he had to rent a car and drive home. Drive back to Fayetteville. And then, so he did that all in a day. He was able to get it all done in one day. Nice. 3 different appointments.
Nice, so 10-hour day.
But But yeah, so we didn't want to go too far and then find out we had to go back. But we don't have to do that anymore. So
Yeah. So we are at the top of the hour, folks. I want to thank everybody for joining us. This has been now that we've got relaxed after being stressed out getting this thing going. It's been a lot of fun. We miss you guys, seeing you weekly. But as you can see from the scrambling we're doing here, our calendar is pretty full, and we're still behind. So we are going to be doing the third Tuesday of every month at this time slot. If you check our community page on YouTube, you will see all of our schedules for when we're dropping 2 videos a week now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and doing our lives, once a month. And we are still working out the money issue as far as who's going to get the money that people donate to us, the money we earn from YouTube, etc. From super chats, the applause thing. If you've seen that on our videos, the applause thing, that's like a super chat that YouTube is beta testing. So that's it. We really, really appreciate all you guys being here. We love you guys. And if you want to meet up with us, shoot us an email. Let us know where you're at any point, and
we'll let you know where we're gonna be.
Yeah, do that. What do you think, Alan? She's asleep. I'm surprised she's not snoring. Yeah. Well, guys, we love you. Take care. God bless.
See you at the next adventure.
Bye.
Bye.